Good morning, good afternoon, whatever it is, wherever you are. It's me again, Jen. Hello! And we are here again with the Sakki Sakki Tarot deck, as well as the traditional Rider Waite deck, which I no longer have the box for my Rider Waite deck. I just realized that it's been years and this is the bag I carry it in. So, in any case, we are comparing the two decks because that is kind of a new and exciting thing I thought would be fun for the new year, new experiences, 2022, yay, all this stuff. We'll see how it works out. I have no idea. But either way, we have today the High Priestess card or cards, and we'll compare the two of them and some of the similarities, and obviously there are some big differences as well. So with the Rider Waite deck card, which is the one I'm going to start with, there is, of course, the traditional colors for this, which are kind of whites and blues, blacks. There is a little bit of golds and reds in there, but you'll notice that the High Priestess herself is wearing white and blue. She kind of has a cross right on her chest, and also her crown kind of has a moon-esque look to it. She also has a crescent moon at her feet. So we know that the High Priestess definitely has some moon energy, shall we say. The energy of the High Priestess is the shadow self. It is reaching into our intuition. It is talking to our higher consciousness and all of those kinds of things. So it is also the second card in the Major Arcana, which is why it has the 2 Roman numeral up at the top there. The pillars on either side of her are usually present, although you'll see they're not in this other card. They are black and white, so it is the darkness and the light and the balance in between. Has usually the B and the J on them as Boaz, and I cannot remember the other one right now. Anyway, somebody will comment and tell me that I'm crazy that I don't remember that. Anyway, the High Priestess is also that lunar energy, the feminine energy, the darker self kind of thing, and intuition. Behind her is a curtain, and the curtain is meant to represent the underworld and kind of that place that we go to gain knowledge. So she has a lot of that energy of like going to the underworld, going into deeper self, maybe even an oracle sort of energy to her. The fruit that is on there is obviously pomegranate, because pomegranates we all know from the Hades and Persephone mythos and many other things. That represents the underworld as well. So you have the blue, which is recognizing the night and the kind of darker hours of the self and the shadow, as well as you have the black and the white as the balance, the moon, all of those kinds of things. So she has all of this going on, and then we have the Sakki Sakki card, a little bit stripped down. So I believe that the fruit behind her is definitely still the pomegranate, because I can kind of see kind of the ridges of the top of the pomegranate. It's definitely a pomegranate color. You can kind of see some of the seeds inside it. There seems to be some stained glass behind her, which I will say is a nice way of kind of crossing over into the more traditional symbolism in a very untraditional card. Stained glass typically does represent spirituality and higher calling and kind of seeing the light through that perspective. So that's kind of cool. I don't really get a big moon energy off of her crown in this case, but she is wearing darker colors, the more muted tones. Again, the blue is kind of missing as well. And other than that, maybe this background kind of has an underworld feel to it, because it does appear that there's kind of like maybe ghosts or something in the background. It's hard to tell. But either way, she does kind of have some of the similar things in a traditional card and a lot of the things that are not so traditional. The energy of this card, though, I still think is maintained, because it's still kind of a archetypal, strong, feminine energy, but that calm, quiet strength. It's that inner strength, that spirituality, that humility, all of those kinds of things are represented by the High Priestess. Where the Empress represents more of a fertility energy, she's more kind of the higher self and that spiritualism. May not be any fertility at all involved in that necessarily. So You have on the one side the kind of darker, more red tones, and definitely leaning heavy into the pomegranate symbolism. And then the other one is more the pale blue and that kind of thing. So I do like the juxtaposition between these two cards. And I think that if you know your cards and you know the Major Arcana, you have a pretty good grasp on the meaning of this card without all of the extra kind of deeper symbolism. Because let's be real, even some people who are reading tarot cards don't know all of the mysticism level stuff that's involved in the symbols on this. They still go for kind of the more surface level. I'm doing the reading based on the stuff I read in my little book and all of those kinds of things. If you want to go deep, there's definitely some deeper meanings in this card, but on the surface, this one still maintains all of those traditional meanings of this is our spirituality, this is our energy, this is all that kind of stuff. So yes, I do think that this card represents the energy and the spiritualism of the High Priestess. And it's a fun looking card. So, and she has a head, which as you will see in some of these other cards, not always the case. So I hope you enjoy kind of this new perspective on breaking down the cards and kind of looking at them. I love this deck. It's a really artsy deck, and I think that if you are kind of an artsy person or you go to a lot of events that is maybe more of an art feel, more of an abstract energy, I think this is a great deck to have. Will it kind of maybe turn away people who are more traditionalist? Possibly, but otherwise, I like it. I think it's very attractive. So until next time, stay safe, stay healthy, stay happy, and I'll see you again soon.